Hello and welcome to a very casual Call of Duty tier list. When I say casual, oh wow, great timing. When I say casual, I do mean casual. So no, you see a lot of these tier lists by YouTube creators and people who know what they're talking about. They have spent a ridiculous amount of time playing these games. They did all the challenges, they did all the stuff, right? What about the opinion of someone who hasn't done that? They've played the games, but they didn't spend as much time in the games, a very casual experience. Well, that's exactly what I'm here to provide. And of course, because I'm a casual player, I don't have all of the information, and I don't necessarily even know if my opinions are the best because I haven't put a lot of time into it. But this is just a basic overview. I mean, it's very possible that people that have put a similar amount of time into these games as I have very different opinions. So I'm sure that people are gonna disagree with my list massively, but yeah. Just real one more quick thing before I get into it. Let me specify how little I've played. Right, I have not ever gotten to 10th prestige in any Call of Duty. I've never gotten to 10th prestige. The max prestige I've gotten to was 4, and that was in, I believe, Modern Warfare 3. I have never gotten to 10th prestige. I have never unlocked gold camo in any Call of Duty. I've never even gotten max level in any. Oh, actually, that's not true. I got gold camo for the MP7 and the ACR in Modern Warfare 3 because all you need to do is just play with the guns a bunch, and that's it. Those are the only gold camos I ever got. And in terms of zombies, I have never gotten past round 50, and I have never done any of the Easter eggs whatsoever. So I'm telling you, this is a very casual, kind of thing, right? So let's go in. First off, we have original Call of Duty, the 2003 version. Now, I never played the 2003 version. However, I did play Call of Duty Classic, which was an Xbox Live arcade title. And if I'm not mistaken, the game is pretty much one to one with Call of Duty 1. So I think it's fair to say that my experience in that can be fairly reflective of where I'm about to rank it. Truth be told, I never finished the game. So I should probably put it in need more information because I never really finished the game. I genuinely don't know how the game ends. But to be fair, even based off of that, even based off the fact that I've never finished it, um, based off of what I did experience, I don't know, it was all right. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that all this is also going to be heavily skewed by when I started to play the games. I didn't play a lot of these Call of Duties. I didn't play them when they came out. I played them after the fact. So that's going to heavily skew my opinion of it as well. I'm assuming that somebody who has similar amount of experience in the game as me, but they played it when it came out, they're going to have a different opinion. But I didn't play this game back in 2003 when it came out. I instead played it in like 2015, which is when like Black Ops 3 came out. So, um, with that in mind, I think it's honestly probably a D tier. It's probably the weakest of all of the original Call of Duties, like all these right here. The World War II Call of Duties. Um, I think it's the weakest. I genuinely think it's the weakest. To be fair, it's the very first one, so I'm going to cut them some slack, but I do think it is the least fleshed out, and it's probably the worst. Next up, we have Call of Duty 2. I actually really liked Call of Duty 2. Again, I didn't finish it, but to be fair, I specifically didn't finish it because I was over at a person's place when I was playing it, and I didn't own the game. I was just playing the campaign while I was over at their place, and I actually really enjoyed the campaign. It was a lot better than Call of Duty 1. I played Call of Duty 1 before, or Call of Duty 2 before I played Call of Duty 1. So, yeah, I think Call of Duty 2 is actually pretty good. Obviously, multiplayer is I didn't get a lot of experience with the multiplayer. I think I played like a handful of like matches just against my friends, and I did not by any means play on every map. But based off of the experience I had, I think it's actually a pretty solid experience. Does it hold up today though? It doesn't hold up today very well. You're not going to have a whole lot of time, whole lot of fun playing this today. But I mean, the campaign is pretty good, and the multiplayer is decently fun. It's got to go C tier. I think that's a good spot for it. Call of Duty Finest Hour. Now, I actually bought this. Fun fact: I specifically bought this game because I had a Wii, like a Nintendo Wii, and I wanted to play a GameCube game. And what is the GameCube game I bought? Call of Duty Finest Hour, because I wanted to see what it was like to play a first-person shooter with a GameCube controller, because I've never done that before. And I'll be honest, it wasn't that bad. It was actually a pretty good time. I know a lot of people are probably cringing at the fact that I bought a Wii specifically to play Call of Duty. And that's not a joke, by the way. The other Call of Duties I played on or the other games I played on the Wii were Black Ops 1 and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Reflex and Call of Duty World of War. I played all of those games on the Wii. So, which actually Modern Warfare Reflex came out in 2009. Fun fact, it did not come out in 2007. Anyways, the point is that I did play this. I never finished it, but I did play a decent chunk of it, and it's all right. It's probably going to go in the same D tier slot because it's all right. What is this? United Offensive? I never finished this game, so actually I never even touched it. I was thinking of a different game. Roads to Victory is the game I never finished. So I'm going to put all of these games in the need more information because I didn't play them. Or at least not significant enough to have a genuine opinion on them. I mean, technically, none of these games I finished, but I played a significant amount of them to the point where I'm able to give an opinion on them, and that's where I'm going to put them. Call of Duty 3, it innovated in some ways relative to Call of Duty 2, but it's overall more janky and less fun to play. But it did have vehicles, and vehicles were really fun. Call of Duty 3 was actually the first Call of Duty I played. My cousin actually had it on the Xbox 360, and this was before Modern Warfare 2 came out. And it was indeed the very first Call of Duty I played. I played it over at his house, and we played like online multiplayer. And honestly, at the time, I had a lot of fun. But after having played it a couple, like almost a decade later, over a decade later, it's really janky. It's not that fun. There's not really a lot of reason to play it today, but it still has merit. I would probably put it in C tier. Also, here's what I'm gonna do, right? The closer that the game is to the letter, that's higher, how high it is in the ranking, right? So like Call of Duty 3 further away from the C, that's because I'm ranking Call of Duty 2 above Call of Duty 3, if that makes sense, okay? So it's going Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, and then the tier below is Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty Finest Hour. These games, I'm not really ranking them because I never played them, so. Call of Duty 4. So now, this is where things get spicy. Now, first off, let me immediately clarify that I'm going to be incredibly biased with this game in particular. Because I played this game after I played Modern Warfare 2. I bought Modern Warfare 2 in 2009, like a month after it came out. I bought Modern Warfare 2 when it came out. After I bought Modern Warfare 2, I went and bought Call of Duty 4 and World at War. So I didn't play these games until like 2010. So, with that in mind, I don't think Call of Duty 4 is all that good. It's good, but it's not S or S plus tier. I know some people hold it in really, really, really high regard because relative to what it did for Call of Duty 3, it's absolutely astonishing, right? The campaign, amazing, and it really was. The campaign was really good. Um, oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, I specifically wanted to buy Call of Duty 4 because I played like some of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and before I finished the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, I wanted to go back and play Call of Duty 4 first so I can fully appreciate it. So I played Call of Duty 4, finished that, and then played the Modern Warfare 2 campaign all the way through. Anyways, campaign was really good. They even had like this arcade mode. I didn't really mess around with it too much, but I think it had like lives or something. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was a little neat little gimmick. Um, didn't have any spec ops or anything like that. But yeah, I think overall Call of Duty 4 is an okay game. Um, if I'm gonna try and like be objective about it, I really didn't like more so than most of the other games, I really didn't like the perk system. I did not like Juggernaut because again, I came from Modern Warfare 2, right? I did not like Juggernaut. Juggernaut was very frustrating for me. It made it seem like so many of the weapons were just unviable, and made it seem like if you didn't go stopping power, you genuinely were at a huge disadvantage. Whereas if you compare that to Modern Warfare 2, you didn't have that issue as much because a lot of the guns were just really strong. Stopping power would help make the guns stronger, but so many of the guns were already super strong to the point where you didn't feel like you needed stopping power. In Call of Duty 4, and same with World at War, you needed stopping power because so many people ran Juggernaut, and it just made your guns useless if you didn't. And a lot of the other perks were just kind of useless, right? Double tap, useless. I mean, look, I'm gonna combine both of these, right? Shades is arguably the number one worst perk in the entirety of COD history. Let's even look it up in the Call of Duty wiki, right? We're going to the Call of Duty wiki. I don't know, you guys probably don't even remember this because of how bad it was. I don't like how it said that right there. That's annoying. I wonder if that'll show up. Why'd I have to look at Call of Duty wiki? Shades, I think is what it was called. Yeah, Shades. This was a red perk, I think, too. This was a red perk. And the red perk reduces the effects of signal flare. And this was a red perk. That means you weren't taking stopping power with you if you chose this. Absolutely, what a joke of a perk, man. Like the perk selection in Call of Duty 4 and World at War, they were jokes. Let's be real. And Last Stand. You guys remember Last Stand? Oh my god. I don't know why they had Last Stand as a thing. Martyrdom, man. At least in Modern Warfare 2, Martyrdom was a death streak, but this was a perk. Martyrdom was a perk in Call of Duty 4 and World at War. It's crazy. I'm actually going to put World at War above Call of Duty 4, because at least World at War had zombies, and zombies was pretty decently fun. I never played Shino Numa and Verrückt, because it's German, I should say it proper German, Verrückt, which is German for crazy. I never played those maps on the original World at War. I did play Der Riese because I knew that Der Riese was the best map, and I knew that Der Riese had the packet punch, and that was really fun to mess around with. But I never played the original Shinonuma on World at War. I did play it in Black Ops 1 via, what was that called? The Resurrection map pack, but I did not play it in the original. And also, obviously Zombies Chronicles. So yeah, all things considered, the perk systems in Call of Duty 4 and World at War were mid at best. Frag times 3, man. And both of these games had like an obviously broken weapon that just completely ruined the balance. And in Call of Duty 4, that was the M16, which was a two-shot with stopping power that had a 900 rate of fire, which was just so stupidly broken, and it had 0 recoil. And then the MP40, which did like 56 damage without stopping power. Like, oh my god. What were they thinking? Um, but to be fair, no, there's not really a defense for this. Every gun was just so outclassed by those two guns. It felt like you were at such a disadvantage if you didn't use those two guns. Although to be fair, sniping was still decently useful, but you had to use stopping power for snipers because you often would get hit markers if you didn't use stopping power. And there was only 3 kill streaks too. Again, going from Modern Warfare 2 to these games, massive downgrade, especially the maps. Not to say these maps are like terrible, but like compared to Modern Warfare 2, I mean, I'm sorry. Let's be objective here, right? Yes, Modern Warfare 2 had massive balancing problems with One Man Army, Noob Tube, and I mean just a whole bunch of different broken guns. The UMP, the ACR, the intervention honestly was broken. But I mean, think about it, right? The intervention also gave birth to quickscoping, and it's just such an iconic piece of media. Like the intervention, quickscoping. Quickscoping was so incredibly fun for me. I loved getting good at that. I loved getting good at trick shots. It would be absolutely atrocious if I put Modern Warfare 2 anything below A. Like, I have to put it in A or S. Definitely not S plus because it can't be S plus because, like I just said, the absolutely ridiculously broken one man army noob tube was just ridiculous. And playing it like in 2023, if you were to go back and play it, having to deal with that, like obviously you can't do it because they shut down the servers, but maybe it's available through Plutonium. I don't actually know. I can't remember. Did they even shut down the servers? I can't remember. Whatever. Either way, man, it's just Modern Warfare 2 was just such a absolutely crazy game. It was bombastic. The campaign was amazing. Did I even talk about the World of War campaign? World of War campaign was pretty good. I liked it. I'll be honest, and it had co-op too. It had co-op, which is pretty nice. I'll admit, for me personally, the World of War campaign wasn't as replayable as like Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty 4, but it was pretty good. Like I can't name a single mission from World of War campaign. Call of Duty 4, I mean, no fighting in the war room, I think is what it was called. Game over, the final mission. One shot, one kill, all gillied up. Modern Warfare 2, I mean, obviously you got no Russian. Uh, the takedown, I think is what it was called. Um, the enemy of my enemy. Uh, the only easy day was yesterday. Just so many iconic missions that I can distinctly remember playing them and even remembering their names. And that's just not the case for World at War. I'm sorry. I'm not saying the campaign is bad. I'm just saying it's not as memorable. Um, Overall, I think Modern Warfare 2 is fantastic. Spec Ops was also really good. I really like Spec Ops. Um, I didn't like it more than World at War Zombies, but I did like Spec Ops. What's really bringing down World at War for me specifically is just the multiplayer being basically COD 4's multiplayer, which in my opinion was a step down from Modern Warfare 2. Especially considering Modern Warfare 2 had the most iconic kill streaks. I mean, like the AC-130, the chopper gunner, the tactical nuke. Like it was just such a massive upgrade going from World at War to Modern Warfare 2, and in turn was a massive downgrade going from Modern Warfare 2 to these two games. Call of Duty Black Ops 1, in my opinion, I'm going to put it here temporarily. In my opinion, it's a downgrade. Going from the super chaotic, bombastic Modern Warfare 2 that was like, especially with me being I loved quickscoping so much. I loved quickscoping. And in Black Ops 1, they absolutely ruined quickscoping. They decimated it. They buried it in the ground. They eventually patched it after the fact and made it easier. But they killed the quickscoping scene in Black Ops 1. It was a tragedy. And that was like one of the big reasons I love Modern Warfare 2 so much, is because of quickscoping. And in Black Ops 1, they just neutered it to hell. Not only that, but just overall, uh, the sandbox just wasn't as fun. Like Modern Warfare 2, like assuming that you have a game where nobody's using noob tubes or anything like that, right? In Modern Warfare 2, almost everything was viable. I can think of like 4 guns that were like god awful, like the M9 or the MP5K or the F2000, the Mini Uzi maybe, but even then I can justify using it. I just I can't. I like so many of the guns are just so good. You can bring basically anything. Black Ops 1, definitely a downgrade, like for sure. Definitely a downgrade. A. It's good. I really liked it. Campaign, phenomenal. Is it better than Modern Warfare 2? In my opinion, no. I don't think it's better than Modern Warfare 2, but it's a really good campaign. Um, Zombies, I mean, we got what, three, quote unquote, three maps at the beginning, right? We got five, we got Kino, which was, technically DLC 4 for Black Ops, for World at War, but we got that for free, right? And then we got Dead Ops Arcade. And I mean, Dead Ops Arcade was a gimmick, don't get me wrong, but it was pretty cool. I mean, do you remember spamming the triggers and hopping out of your seat in the main menu to go into the computer and check out the Easter eggs? Maybe even do Dead Ops Arcade? Like, it's just so cool, man. Black Ops 1 was so cool. Man, the era around it, right? Um, but in my opinion, the multiplayer was a massive step down. Wager mode was really cool. Wager mode was phenomenal. I had a lot of fun with that. But it wasn't super replayable for me personally. I would rather play regular multiplayer. The problem with regular multiplayer was it kind of, like I said, the balance wasn't that good. Like think about the SMGs, right? There was only one viable SMG in the entirety of Black Ops 1, and that was the AK-74U. All of the other ones were mid or trash. The PM63, garbage. The Kiparis, garbage. The Uzi, garbage. The MPL, I'll admit it's not too bad, but I mean, are are you gonna bring the MPL or are you gonna bring the UMP 45? You know what I'm saying? And then even like the LMGs were disappointing. Like we got one belt-fed LMG and it was a slow ass LMG. It was the M60, obviously, right? The other LMGs, they were barely even LMGs. They were basically assault rifles. They had like 30 round mags, if I'm not mistaken. The HK21 had like a 30 round mag. The RPK, a 30 round mag, I think, or it was a 40 round mag, but still barely an LMG. And then the Stoner 63's 30 round mag. Again, they were the weapon variety was very limited here. And look at the secondaries too, right? We went from Modern Warfare 2 where we had the javelins, we had the thumper, we had machine pistols. We had like five different machine pistols. We had like the MP9 or the TMP, I think it was in that game. The TMP, the PP2000, the M93 Raffica, and then what did we get for secondaries in Black Ops 1? We got like five guns. That's it. We got the ASP, the ASP, which was not that good. It was only good if you had a modded controller because it had the lowest fire delay, but it still only had a 7 round mag and no attachments. And then Um, what were the other guns? The Python, which was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. The Python was pretty cool. The fact that you could put a scope on it was awesome. But you had a slow reload speed, bro. You had to put speed loader on that gun. You had to put speed loader on that gun. You telling me you're gonna put snub nose on it? No, you're crazy. And there was no tactical knife in this game. And then what were the other ones? The Makarov and the 1911, both which are mid as hell. And then the C7, which is arguably the best one because it has the auto sear. But that's it. You get one automatic secondary weapon, and that's it. That's a huge downgrade from Modern Warfare 2. An absolutely astonishing downgrade. Can I like look up like the list of like if I look up MPL and I scroll down? Yeah, Weapons of Black Ops 1. Yeah, here we are. If I could scroll down, please. It's being annoying. Why? There we go. Yeah, okay, so that's it, right? Just these five pistols, bro. Compare that to Modern Warfare 2. We had five, and that's, well, yeah, that's true. And then what we had like four launchers, which I guess is fine. We had the Thumper, we had the Strela, we had the RPG with the M72. I mean that's pretty similar in the rocket launcher equivalency, right? But shotguns, they were moved to the and to be fair, I will say the pistols were kind of useless in Modern Warfare 2 because the machine pistols were just so good that pistols were useless. I feel like they should have given pistols a bit of a buff, like a huge movement speed or something like a huge movement bonus or something like that. I don't know, but um, shotguns we had the Olympia, which is trash. The Stakeout, which is mid. The Spaz 12, which is pretty good, probably the only good one. And then the HS10, which is also bad. So the shotgun lineup is also ass. Like listen, right? I know a lot of people are nostalgic for Black Ops 1, but look at the lineup of weapons, bro. The pistols are terrible. The shotguns, one is okay. The sniper rifles, yeah, the L96 and the PSG-1, those were good. These two, mid. If the WA-2000 had a larger magazine capacity by default, it would actually be pretty good. But the fact that it only has 6 rounds it just kills it, man. Look at these, right? The HK21 RPK Stoner 63. Only one of them had a belt for an LMG. Look at the SMG lineup. The MP5K. Actually, MP5K was pretty good. Scorpion, mid. Mac 11, trash. AK-74U, obviously really good. Uzi, trash. PM63, trash. Spectre, trash. Picars, trash. MPL, mid. Look at the assault rifles, right? Enfield, actually Enfield was pretty good. M16, also pretty good. M14, yeah, I guess all of these were pretty good. Yeah, no, I can't really hate on any of this. The assault rifles were great. The assault rifles were good. Every assault rifle was pretty good. The FAMAS was obviously probably one of the best ones, but the Galil and the AUG, I mean, honestly, all of these are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but that's it though. All you really got are good assault rifles in terms of good Black Ops 1 weapons, man. It's disappointing. Like compare that to Modern Warfare 2, and like every assault rifle is pretty good. Even the F2000, which is honestly pretty mid. Like actually, I think the F2000's bad. I would still consider the F2000 to be better than any of these SMGs, except for the AK-74U, or any of the LMGs for that matter. Anyways, I feel justified in putting it below Modern Warfare 2. Is it A? I mean, the zombies were really good, right? Okay, let's think about the zombies. We had Kino der Toten 5. We had the DLC map Ascension. Pretty great. Honestly, if Ascension didn't have those damn monkeys that took away your perks, Ascension might be a top 5 map for me. Because I really liked the aesthetic of Ascension. I liked the routes. It was, again, it was a bit easy, but also a bit annoying because of the monkeys. If the monkeys didn't steal your perks, it would be top 5 map for me. What was after Ascension? Mob of the Dead, Call of the Dead. I didn't really like Call of the Dead that much. It wasn't terrible, but John Romero was annoying as hell to deal with. The frozen ice stuff, I hated that. I hate that you couldn't be in the frozen ice for too long. Getting to like Pack-a-Punch was kind of annoying. Getting to Juggernog was annoying. I'm not a huge fan of Call of the Dead, I'm going to be honest. Shangri-La, I never actually bought Shangri-La, the original. I played Zombies Chronicles, I never played the original. But Moon was great. I love Moon. I actually love Moon. It's one of my favorites. That being said, it's hard. Moon is hard, and I don't like how you can't, I don't like how it doesn't tell you on screen when the excavation stuff is cutting through, because you have to listen to your game to hear like, oh, are they cutting through this or that? Because sometimes I like to not listen or pay attention. I just want to shoot zombies. I don't want to pay attention. It's like I said, I'm a casual player, but you have to listen and pay attention to be like, they're cutting through excavation 7 or whatever. I don't know. It's been a while, but Moon was really good. And then obviously the Resurrection map pack brought a bunch of other maps too. Big fan of that. Moon, honestly, Black Ops 1 Zombies is pretty good. I really liked it. Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 holds up really well. I'll be honest, this is a hot take. Oh, and hold on real quick too. Black Ops 1, let me talk about the maps. Like I said, the World of War maps in my opinion were mid. We did have tanks and that was cool, but they were mid. Call of Duty 4 maps I really didn't like. I hated Crash. I think Crash is one of my least favorite maps of all time. I hate maps that are like giant buildings with power positions that are really hard to attack. It's just frustrating for me. I would love to just go around shooting people, not really thinking too much about it. Modern Warfare 2 had really good maps though. I really liked it. They were like isometric, and Modern Warfare 2 might be like the #1 game for maps. Like straight up. Most of the maps in this game are like amazing. I can't really think of any map that was god awful. I literally can't think of any map that was god awful. Let me look at the list. Let's like look up like Fuel, for example, right? And then we'll look at the list of Modern Warfare 2 maps. Afghan, pretty good. Derail, I guess Derail was. No, I can't even hate Derail. I don't hate Derail. It wasn't great, but I would rather play on Derail than most of the Call of Duty 4 maps. Estate, yeah, Favela, High Rise, Invasion, Karachi, Karai, Rundown. What is Rundown again? Is that Oh, I remember. It was like the foliage and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Rust, Scrapyard, Skid Row, Subbase, Terminal, Underpass, Wasteland. Yeah, no, I'm content. None of these maps are awful. I like all of them. I think all of these maps are better than anything that they have in Call of Duty 4. Straight up. Anyways, Modern Warfare 3. So what did we even get in Modern Warfare 3? Right? Like campaign, I really like the campaign. I would say it's probably the least replayable of the campaigns, but it was pretty good. I really liked it. It was a nice send off. Um, we got survival mode, and I absolutely love and adore survival mode. I've probably put more time into survival mode than I have into zombies for some of these other games. I'm not even kidding. Um, because survival mode is just really fun. I still go back and play survival mode like this year. Not even joking. I was actually like last year. I was going back and playing survival mode on some of the maps because I just really liked it. But anyways, I spent a lot of time in Modern Warfare 3. Probably more time in Modern Warfare 3 than Black Ops 1, Call of Duty World at War, and Call of Duty 4 combined. Like, I really like Modern Warfare 3. I probably put as much time into both Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. If I had to compare the two, like, let's think about what we got in comparison. Like, Modern Warfare 3 is basically a more balanced version of Modern Warfare 2. The problem with Modern Warfare 3 is that the maps are weaker. Less of the maps are bangers. Let's take a look at the map list. Like, the maps weren't terrible, but they weren't great. Wait. Oh, Eichhornstrasse. Let's take a look. These advertisements, I don't like how they move my stuff around. So we have Arcaden, which I think Arcaden's alright. Bakara, I'm not a huge fan of Bakara. Bootleg? Nah, yeah, I guess Bootleg's alright. Carbon? I don't like Carbon. Dome was really good. Downturn? Awful. Fallen? I guess Fallen's alright. Fallen gives... What's funny is that when I first played Groznyj Raid, I'm like, Groznyj Raid's giving me Fallen vibes. Fallen's alright. Hard Hat? Pretty good. Interchange? What is Interchange? I don't remember Interchange. Oh, that's Interchange? I guess it's alright. But it's not like... It's not as good as Underpass, right? Lockdown... What is Lockdown? Oh, that's Lockdown, right. Oh, this is in Czech Republic. Huh. I didn't know that. Yeah, Lockdown was pretty good. Lockdown was pretty good. Mission... I can't remember what these maps look like, honestly. Oh, that was Mission? Mission was alright. Outpost? Oh, that's Outpost? Outpost was... I didn't like Outpost that much. I'm not a big fan of Outpost. This is in Siberia. I didn't know that. Resistance was really good. Seatown was really good. Underground was... I liked Underground. And Village was... okay. So overall, the map selection is pretty good. I mean, that's not as good as Modern Warfare 2. Is it better than Black Ops 1, though? Black Ops 1 has a banger maps, like WMD and Summit. But I just didn't like the gunplay of Black Ops 1. If you took Modern Warfare 3's weapons with Black Ops 1's guns... Sorry. Modern Warfare 3 weapons on Black Ops 1's maps, oh my god, that would be golden. Because, I mean, like, think about, especially with Modern Warfare 3, right? Oh, also with Black Ops 1, we got the introduction of, like, theater mode, which was really cool. And we got the dolly cameras and stuff. I love that. That's great. Fantastic. But in Modern Warfare 3, we got basically the same thing, but we didn't have dolly cameras, which is sad. They also changed the way the theater mode worked a little bit, but it was weird. But we got the specialist strike packs, and we got the support strike packs. Support, I love support strike packs. Honestly, I use the support strike packs a lot. I was a huge fan of them. I really liked them. I did not use Stealth Bomber. Don't worry, I'm not that cheap. But like, I really liked them. I like the fact that you could be not good at the game and feel like you're contributing something. I think they should have tweaked the strike packs a little bit, but honestly, I'm gonna put Modern Warfare 3 ahead of Black Ops 1. I really liked Modern Warfare 3. Overall, it was basically a more balanced, more uh in tune version. Because there was no one man army noob tube, so it's already more balanced than Modern Warfare 2. The only real broken thing in Modern Warfare 3, like that was seriously, genuinely really broken, was Recon Pro specifically, because you literally would shoot someone and then be able to see them through the wall or see them on the map, or you could hit them with like flashbangs or whatever, and you could see them through on the mini map for like 4 or 5 seconds, and that was incredibly broken. And that was especially broken in the 1v1, 2v2 modes. And I distinctly remember, I spent so much time playing with my real life friend in the 2v2 modes, because I have a real life friend named Hunter, and we spent so much time playing this. It was so fun. Like we literally wrote down like in our bios like how many times we've won in a row. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, the Type 95 was really broken. Oh, and the RSASS with a mod with the modded controller on the RSASS was pretty broken. But still, even though despite how broken that is, it's still not as broken as One Man Army YouTube. At least you have to look at the person and shoot them. So yeah, overall, Modern Warfare 3, have that there. Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. Now I think this was like a mobile game that basically just featured a handful of the zombies games. And I do remember buying this on my tablet. And it's honestly pretty faithful. It's actually really good. Like I think if I just look it up here, Call of Duty Zombies. Yeah, Call of Duty : Zombies. Pretty sure it was just like a mobile game. Yeah, iOS. Is a spin-off game of the Call of Duty. Wait, what of this game was running? The game later had a sequel, Call of Duty Black Ops. Oh, I didn't play Call of Duty. My bad. I played Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. My bad. I never played the original Call of Duty Zombies. That was my bad. So, I never played this version. I'm going to substitute this version just for the original Call of Duty Zombies. I'm going to put that in Need More Information. This right here is going to be Call of Duty. Oh, no, it says Black Ops Zombies right there. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it says Black Ops Zombies. That makes more sense now. Yeah, $7.99. Yeah, I definitely just paid for this. It was really fun. It was really good. It featured I think like 3 maps, right? Like 5. I think it featured 5 Kino and Dead Ops Arcade. All right, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Ascension. Yeah, it did feature Ascension. Oh, and Call of the Dead. Yeah, this for like $7. This was great. Like this was genuine. I spent a decent amount of time on this. Obviously, not as much as like a console game, but for a mobile game, I spent quite a bit of time on this. Like this is pretty good. Like it works really well too. Like it's actually balanced well for it's like it's not like trash heap. It's actually balanced for being on mobile. Is it better than Modern Warfare 3? I mean, that sounds criminal to say that a mobile game is better than Modern Warfare 3. But it is really fun. Like if I have to think about it objectively, right? For this game is $60, this game is $60, this is $7. And this is an objectively really good deal for $7. I'm putting it above Black Ops. I'm putting it above Black Ops. As good as Black Ops was, the biggest thing that made Black Ops so good was the zombies, and you get this right here with Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. You literally get it for a cheaper price. Is it as fleshed out? No. Does it include all the maps? No. But still, I think it's worth it. All right, now moving on to, let's actually do Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified first. I'm pretty sure Black Ops 2 and Black Ops Declassified were ranked on the same day, or they're released on the same day. F tier. Easy F tier. Easily the very worst Call of Duty that has ever been released. It is an absolutely atrociously buggy mess that does not work. Now, I haven't played this a bunch. I've never actually played, because I never owned a PS Vita myself, so I only ever played like... Okay, hold on. Maybe I should put this under need more information, because I never played this on a Vita. I played an emulated version of this on my PC, just to get an idea of what it was. So that would be really unfair for me to judge this game based off of that emulated version. And this was years after it came out, too. But from the reviews that I've seen, from the videos I watched, like from Casey, this game is F tier. But you can argue it should be in need more information, since I never played like the actual PS Vita version. It's just a buggy mess that's just not worth your time or money. On the complete contrast of that, we have Black Ops 2, which is arguably the very best game. Isn't it crazy how the very worst and the very best Call of Duties were released on the exact same day? I'm pretty sure they were released on the exact same day. Let me look it up. Black Ops 2. November 13th. I didn't realize that the Wii U version released 5 days later. November 13th, 2012. Yep, November 13th, 2012. Exact same day. Wow. Yeah, Black Ops 2 is an easy S plus tier. Like, it's not even a question. Actually, it is a question, isn't it? Because... No, it's not a question. Like, what else would be above Black Ops 2? I can't think of anything that would be above Black Ops 2. Now, I was going to say, is it a question? Because if I'm thinking about it objectively, the campaign is the best one in the entire Call of Duty series. Campaign is like number one. The multiplayer is also number one. The most balanced. Like, you got to think about it, right? The balance for the game was the best that it's ever been. In this game right here, it's the best that it's ever been, and probably even ever will be. Like, if I'm looking at all these other games, there are some broken guns in these games that ruin the game more than any gun in Black Ops 2 I can imagine. Like, yes, you can point out that the MSMC was really strong and the FAL was really strong, but generally speaking, almost every gun in Black Ops 2 is viable. And unlike Modern Warfare 2, there's no dumb noob tubes that ruin the balance of everything. The Black Ops 2, there's nothing that ruins it. There are only a handful of like mid weapons, like the sorry, not the MSMC. The Chi-Com is mid. The what's another mid weapon? Let me look through some examples, because there's a couple weapons in there that are like they're not the best. Also, did you know Chi-Com stands for China Company? The Type 25? Nah, Type 25 was actually pretty good. I'm not even gonna allow any Type 25 slender. Oh, the PDW-7 actually is pretty mid after the nerf. After the nerf, it's pretty mid too. But like 5.7, TAC 40, all of these. Oh, Executioner is actually pretty mid. So you have one bad weapon here. The S12 is pretty trash. All these, the rest of them are pretty good. The Remington, KSG, even the M1216. People dog on the M1216, but it's actually decently good. I'm not gonna go hating on this the M1216. S12 is pretty bad though. So we have Executioner, which is mid, the S12, which is mid, PDW7, which is mid, Chicom, which is mid. None of the assault rifles are terrible. SMR might be the weakest, but it's still decently good. None of the sniper rifles are bad. Every single one of them are great in their own way. I absolutely can justify using them. Like if you were to use any of these weapons, any of these sniper rifles, I would not judge you. I would be like, all right, do it, go for it. It's same with Modern Warfare 3, honestly. That's not true. They have the Dragunov. Dragunov's pretty ass. There's no reason to use the Dragunov when the RSAS exists. But nah, Black Ops 2. Every single one of these has a place. Same with the light machine guns. Honestly, like the Hammer, the LSAT, the QBB, Mark 48, they all have their purpose. I like them all. They all have different purposes. The Mark 48 and the LSAT are probably the most similar, but you know, they still are different enough to warrant using one or the other. The FHJ, RPG and small, all viable. The combat knife, crossbow, assault shield, ballistic knife, yeah, no, all of these, nothing in here is particularly bad. Mostly, there are some mid weapons like the S12 and the Chicom and the Executioner, and that's it. The rest are just really solid. And then so obviously top tier campaign, top tier multiplayer. The maps were really great too. Like, come on, Plaza, Raid. Nuketown 2025 is arguably better than the original. I like it more than the original. I'm not gonna lie. There are other maps, and I'm just tired right now. I can't think of anything, but you know what I mean. Honestly, yeah, but what could potentially hold back Black Ops 2 is the zombies. Transit was the first map we got, and then Dire Eyes followed after that. Not the best way to start off, but what really saves it for me is Town. Town is actually really fun. I actually really like Town. That's not to say that Town is better than anything we got before, but I will say that Town is just genuinely a fun time. Like, I'm not just saying Town is good by Black Ops 2 standards. I think Town is genuinely a really good and fun map to play. Farm, on the other hand, no. Farm is ass. Um, and Bus Depot is a joke. Bus Depot is literally a joke. Bus Depot, F tier. Farm, D tier. Town, A tier. I would rather play on Town than a lot of the other zombies maps. Town is genuinely a really fun time. Transit specifically, Transit specifically has issues, but it can be a fun time. That's what I'll say. Hopefully, nobody will disagree with that. People will disagree with that, but that's fine. Call of Duty Online. I'm actually not sure when this came out. I don't know where I should put it on the list because I don't remember when it came out. I'll just put it there just because I don't know where. We are 48 minutes into this recording. This came out in 2013. Okay, early 2013. So it does deserve to be in here. Need more information. From what I've seen, it looks like it's in A, B tier. From what I've seen, it looks like it's in the A tier, B tier, around that area. But I literally haven't played it. It's a Chinese only game. I've seen Merc Music play it, but I have never played it myself. So putting it anywhere other than need more information would be disingenuous. Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, Call of Duty Ghosts, I did play a bit. I played it in 2020. I did not play it when it came out. I played it in 2020. And let me tell you, Extinction, not as bad as I thought. A lot of people dog on Extinction. They're like, it's trash, it's awful, it's nothing compared to zombies. I can understand where people are coming from, but me personally, I think Extinction's pretty good. I think Extinction's pretty good. I think also overall, even though Call of Duty Ghosts is a mess, the campaign is. I never finished the campaign, so I can't really complete on that or comment on that. And the multiplayer is kind of all over the place. Here's what I will say though. One of the big things that people don't like about Call of Duty Ghosts is the maps, and that's absolutely fair. A lot of the maps are like pretty bad. But if you play the DLC maps, the DLC maps for Call of Duty Ghosts are genuinely really good. They're not just good by Call of Duty Ghost standards, they are genuinely good. As in, I hope they remake some of the Call of Duty Ghosts DLC maps. They are a really fun time. And also, can I talk about the like strike kill streaks or the chem strike packs? You know what I'm talking about, the chem packs. I forgot what they're called, but you know what I mean. It's like it like when you like if it's on Showdown, I think that's the name of the map, or Showtime, whatever. Um, you press the button and it like sends a nuke and it changes the way the map plays and looks, kind of stuff like that, right? And there's a bunch of different stuff, and the fact that it changes depending on the level is super cool. Um, I would rather play Call of Duty Ghost. I think Call of Duty Ghost is really underrated. In fact, a lot of people think that it's the last good Call of Duty, because then we get into the jetpack era, and oh boy, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna put this in C. I might move it later though. Advanced Warfare. Oh god. So here's my hot take. Advanced Warfare campaign is actually good. I know a lot of people said it's bad. I actually really like the Advanced Warfare campaign. It's not really replayable, but there are some iconic moments in there, like when you lose your left arm, and you have to fight with one hand. Like that's really cool. Or the stealth missions, and the Kevin Spacey, Jonathan Irons is a really cool enemy. As for the multiplayer, I never played Exo Zombies, by the way, because that's DLC specific, and I never bought the DLC for this game. So that being said, um, multiplayer, man, what do I give? What's my opinion on the multiplayer? It's the least favorite. It is my least favorite multiplayer. Am I really gonna put it in F tier though? Is it as bad as Black Ops Declassified? It's better than Black Ops Declassified, but it is F tier. I don't like this game. I don't like playing this game. I don't like how they added the loot boxes with the weapon variants. I don't like the maps. The maps are not fun. I like how when you call in, I do like how you can call in the stuff, right? That's cool. You can call in the the like kind of like with the chem packs with ghosts. That's cool. But I don't like the gunplay. I don't like the maps. I hate the advanced movement. It's hard for me to put it anywhere other than F. I genuinely did not enjoy playing this game. And I did actually play it when it came out. Now, Black Ops 3. I'm going to skip Black Ops 3 and go to Infinite Warfare first. Why? I played Infinite Warfare before I played Black Ops 3. I bought Infinite Warfare when it came out. Straight up, I bought Infinite Warfare when it came out. I did not buy Black Ops 3 until Zombies Chronicles got released. I specifically bought Black Ops 3 just to play Zombies Chronicles. When did Zombies Chronicles come out? Which, by the way, Zombies Chronicles, #1 best trailer of all time. May 2017. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, Black Ops 3, or sorry, Infinite Warfare came out 2016, fall of 2016. I played that game first, then I played Black Ops 3. So going from Infinite Warfare to Black Ops 3. I mean, here's the thing, right? Objectively speaking, Black Ops 3 is a better game than Infinite Warfare. And I have, like, it's just true. It is objectively speaking, there is more content in Black Ops 3, and the content is better. As in Black Ops 3, you have, like, the paint jobs, And oh, by the way, for like Black Ops 2, I forgot to mention you also have the emblem editor. You have the theater mode. You can create your own custom playlists. You can upload stuff to the file share. It's just so much cool stuff. Black Ops 3, right? You also have paint jobs, so you can customize the way your gun looks. Absolutely phenomenal feature. I love that feature. Black Ops. What else you had? You had Free Run. Free Run was cool. Zombies. You had Shadows of Evil. I didn't like Shadows of Evil at first, but once I learned how to get to Pack-a-Punch, Shadows of Evil became one of my favorite maps. Der Eisendrache, one of the best maps of all time. Might even actually be my number one favorite map. It seems pretty cheesy to say that Der Eisendrache is number one. I feel like it's so many people's number one, but it's up there. Or Origins is probably number one. It goes Origins and then DE, but um, objectively speaking, Black Ops 3 is a better game, especially considering it came out before Infinite Warfare. But going from Infinite Warfare to Black Ops 3, there were some notable downsides. For example, for me personally, I liked that in Infinite Warfare, I liked how there was a lot of uniqueness with the weapon variety. Two things I liked about it that I really liked about Infinite Warfare. Two things. One, I liked how unique the weapon sandbox was. As in, you had a weapon that like the EBR 800, which was both a sniper rifle and a shotgun. You had the I forgot the name of it, but it's the assault rifle that you can split into you can split it in half and like akimbo it. You have the Karma 45, which is basically a vector with two magazines. That's pretty neat. And also you had the weapon variants, which were actually cool this time around. Unlike in Advanced Warfare, where it just like it buffs your damage or whatever. In Modern Warfare, in Infinite Warfare, the weapon variants were actually really cool. Like they gave you stuff like that's fun to play with. Like it gives you random attachments, or it'll like add some random like ability to it. And one thing I'll say about Infinite Warfare that is a huge upgrade, like, because here's the thing about Black Ops 3, right? You had loot boxes as well, and they had care package weapons, or sorry, DLC weapons or PLC weapons, technically post-launch content weapons in the care packages, and the only way you could get them is from the care packages. Infinite Warfare, yes, they also had care packages, but you could, if you didn't have to get lucky, because if you bought enough care packages or earned enough care packages, you could get enough tokens and you can outright buy the weapon variants you want. Not only that, not only could you just buy the weapon variants that you want, you could also unlock the DLC weapons via challenges. You didn't have to pay money for the DLC weapons. And I spent a lot of time in Infinite Warfare unlocking every single PLC weapon because to me the game was really fun and I spent a lot of time doing that. I genuinely do not hate Infinite Warfare's multiplayer. I actually really enjoyed it. Do I enjoy Infinite Warfare? And here's the thing, right? Infinite Warfare's multiplayer for me personally was pretty fun. I really liked it. I also liked the campaign. The campaign was phenomenal. Ethan, cool ass character. I wish I remembered the other characters' names, but honestly, the campaign was just a really fun time. It's not as good or as memorable as the Black Ops or Modern Warfare series. Let me get that straight, right? It's not up there, but it is good. It's far better than Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Ghost. Far better. I genuinely am gonna put. I think I'm gonna put Infinite Warfare in B tier. I really like the multiplayer, even though the maps were like very similar-ish. Like I can't remember. I can't think of a lot of map names. I know Mayday. I know Scorch. I know Frontier, Genesis. That's it, really. A lot of the maps kind of blended together, but still, um, like even though the maps were kind of mid, the gameplay overall was just a fun time. I had a lot of fun playing Infinite Warfare. I had a lot of fun working my way to unlocking the PLC weapons. And the variants are really cool. I think that this game, especially considering this game is more monetization friendly than Black Ops 3, I feel justified in putting it in B tier. I do not mind going back and playing this game. I don't. In fact, I would rather play Infinite Warfare than World at War. I'm putting it in A tier. I'm putting it in A tier. Zombies in Spacelands, one of the best, one of the very, very best um, zombies maps ever. It is phenomenal. Zombies in Spacelands, great map. To be fair, it's hard to put it in A tier when I haven't even touched the DLC. I didn't buy the DLC at all, so maybe I should put it down back to B. Because I bought the DLC and all these other games. I did not touch the DLC. I literally played at least one DLC map from every single one of these other games, except for World War II, which we'll get into in a sec. And Modern Warfare 2 and Vanguard. But I did not do that for Infinite Warfare. Um, well, anyways, Black Ops 3. The campaign was pretty interesting. A lot of people absolutely hate the campaign. I don't hate it. I love the gameplay of the campaign. I love a lot of people forget about this, but they had like the nano abilities, right? Like they had the human ability. Like there was like three different types of nano abilities. There was like electronic hacking, like you could hack robots and stuff like that, which was really cool, dude. Hacking, being able to hack like drones and other robots and using them against the robots or the enemies was so damn cool. And you could do something similar in Infinite Warfare, to be fair, but it was so damn cool in Black Ops 3. That being said, I can't remember a single point of the story. I don't remember a single plot point. Actually, that's not true. I do remember it. I don't remember the people's names, but I don't remember the story super well. It's not very memorable. Not to say that Infinite Warfare was very memorable either. Like, am I really going to put Infinite Warfare above Call of Duty? Yeah, I am. I would rather play Infinite Warfare than these two games. I'm going to be 100% honest. Um, yeah, so campaign was okay. Free run was pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of the multiplayer. I'm really not. I really don't like the Black Ops 3 multiplayer that much. I know some people do, and I'm glad that they added the features that they did. I'm not a huge fan. But zombies, though, zombies was so good. I mean, again, we had DE, Shadows of Evil. I didn't really care too much for Zetsubo. I know some people really liked it. But Gerard Crovey and Revelations and Zombies Chronicles, like, oh my god. It's Black Ops 3 was, I think, maybe, I don't know if it was peak zombies, but it's up there, man. I think Black Ops 2, like, latter half of the DLC might be peak zombies. I mean, we got Mob of the Dead and then uh, Buried and then Origins back to back to back, and those maps are bangers. I love every one of those maps. Again, I'm a casual player, right? Um, yeah, I'm putting it here because I would rather play. Would I rather play Black Ops 3? That's not true. I would put Black Ops 3 ahead of World at War and Call of Duty 4. Uh, I'll put Black Ops 3 ahead of Call of Duty 4, but not World at War. World at War is, I think, more fun than Black Ops 3. Like, even now. But I don't hate Black Ops 3, obviously. Put it in B tier after all. World War II! Call of Duty World War II. Here's my opinion on World War II. Never played it. Literally never touched it. It's the only Call of Duty from the 2010s that I have absolutely no experience with. Did not touch it, did not buy it, did not rent it. At least some of these other games, I rented them or tried them out in some capacity. Um, Call of Duty World War II is the only mainland Call of Duty from the 2010s that I literally did not touch. I watched the Ackman's video about why World War II is so bad, uh, and it was like, this game's not up my alley. Black Ops 4. So Black Ops 4, I did play quite a bit, but not a whole bunch. Honestly, in terms of multiplayer, the only thing I really liked about multiplayer is the heist mode. Because the heist mode was pretty cool. I really liked heist. As for zombies, I did eventually end up buying the Black Ops Pass, and I did end up playing every zombies map. I didn't do the Easter egg or play them a whole bunch, but I did end up at least playing them a bit, right? Getting to like level 20 or level 30 on all of them. But I didn't do the Easter eggs or anything like that. One thing I really liked about Black Ops 4 is that they added mutations. Mutations is so damn cool. I love mutations. The fact that you can have mutations in Black Ops Zombies, like if this was just zombies, it would probably be in S plus tier if it was just zombies. But I didn't really like the multiplayer that much. It was really hard to get into. But I liked Heist a lot. Heist and Search and Destroy were really fun. And I did not like Blackout. Blackout was really bad. So if I think about it, right, I didn't like the multiplayer and I didn't like Blackout. That's 2/3 of the game that I'm already not enjoying. I'm basically playing the game for zombies. And the zombies was really good, but is it gonna overtake? Is that gonna like be enough to save it for me? I don't know. I think that's a good spot for it. I think that's a good spot for it. It's better than Ghost, but that's all I can really say about it. Yeah, I'm confident leaving it there. Now this is where things get interesting. But by the way, when did Call of Duty Mobile come out? I have no idea. 2018? 2019? I'm just gonna go with 2019. So we're gonna do Call of Duty Mobile next. Call of Duty Mobile. I didn't put a whole bunch of time into this game, but this game is pretty fun. The problem is it is riddled with microtransactions. Objectively, this game is pretty good. Like objectively speaking, I would probably put this at around SA tier. But because of the absolutely absurd microtransactions, that would just be insulting. The microtransactions are going to bump it down to a B. I think that's a good place for it because Call of Duty Mobile is genuinely a really fun time. If I could play Call of Duty Mobile without the microtransactions as aggressively on my computer, which is basically Call of Duty Online, if I could play Call of Duty Online, theoretically I would probably put it in S or A tier. But I think B tier is a good spot. It's a fun time for your phone, but that's about it. Like compared that to Black Ops Zombies, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, where like even if I could play Black Ops on my computer, I might just play it on my phone anyways, just because it's just that good. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I did not mean to put it in F tier. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. I'm gonna lump Warzone in as well, since you have to install Warzone as well. Okay, the campaign is pretty good. I like campaign. Spec Ops is great. Sorry, not Spec Ops is great. Survival is great. Spec Ops is not good in my opinion. I don't like Spec Ops. Survival is great though. I really like Survival. The problem with Survival is that we didn't get access to Survival for a whole damn year, which is crazy. All things considered, I don't like Warzone. I don't like Warzone at all. I liked Plunder, but now that Plunder is gone from the game, I have absolutely no reason to touch this game other than to mess around with bots and custom games. And for those purposes, It's all right. It's a good time to do that. But like, I'm not gonna go around in actual multiplayer and fight other people. Then again, would I really be doing that in most of these other Call of Duties? Hmm. It's really sweaty. Modern Warfare 19 is sweaty as hell. I'm putting it in D tier. Top of D tier, top of D tier. It's it's just too sweaty for me to enjoy, and it's just generally speaking not a really fun time for me. The maps are pretty trash. Some of the like post-launch maps are pretty good. Like Shoot House is actually a really good map. Like Shoot House is so good that I mean, if they didn't, well, no spoilers. I'll stop right there. Black Ops 1, sorry, not Black Ops 1, Black Ops Cold War. I actually like Black Ops Cold War more than Modern Warfare. Quite a bit more. How much did I really? Because I actually put quite a bit of time into Black Ops Cold War to unlock all of the weapons. Like I went out of my way to unlock like all weapons but one. Like I spent a lot of time. I put like tens of hours into unlocking all the weapons via just doing them in challenges. I could have done them in zombies, but nope. So here's the funniest part. I am yet, despite how much time I put into Black Ops Cold War, I am yet to spend any amount of time in zombies or the campaign. I literally haven't touched it. I bought this game damn near full price not too long after it came out, and I am yet to touch 2/3 of the game, which is I think kind of funny actually. I think I have to put it in need more information because I really do, and this is totally on me. I literally could go and get that information. I could have gotten that information years ago. I just haven't yet. um, so I'll go and play the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War campaign, and I'll go play zombies. And whenever I do, I'll come back to you and let you know where I want to put it. But if we're just talking about multiplayer, it's pretty good. It's pretty good overall. I would probably put Black Ops Cold War multiplayer like right there. Yep, seems like a good spot for it. All right, well that is the end of the list. You know why? That's why. I haven't played any of these games. If I did, however, play Warzone 2. And if we're talking about just Warzone 2.0, F F tier. I do not like Warzone 2. I did not like Warzone 1. Warzone 2 is better, but it's still F. Like if we're talking about Warzone 1 too, also F. The only thing that's saving Modern Warfare from being an F tier is the multiplayer having gotten better after launch, and the campaign is really good. And that's what will probably save Modern Warfare 2 for me whenever I do eventually buy it and play it. But I have not bought it yet and have not played it yet. So there we go. That is my tier list. That is all of the games ranked from a very casual perspective. I am sure the fact that Infinite Warfare is where it is going to cringe the hell out of you. But genuinely, I don't care. I like this game. I'm not no new age Call of Duty player, right? I played Modern Warfare 2 when it came out, okay? And I'm genuinely serious. I liked Infinite Warfare. I liked Infinite Warfare more than World at War. I liked it more than Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3, sorry. I liked it more than Call of Duty 4. Dead ass. If you gave me the choice right now to either play Infinite Warfare or to play Call of Duty 4, I would play Infinite Warfare. 100%. And I would go in that order. I would choose Black Ops 2 over Modern Warfare 2. I would choose Modern Warfare 2 over Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 over Black Ops Zombies. Black Ops Zombies over Black Ops. Black Ops over Black Ops Cold War. And so on and so forth. This is my list. You either love it or hate it. Listen, that is my list. Oh, actually, sorry, I need to move this. There we go. There we go. Take care, guys. Peace. Bye.